Hey YouTube, Anthony here. We got something a little different today. We've gotten some requests to do a cigar review from some of our subscribers. And so today I chose my favorite cigar, which is the Alec Bradley Prensado line. And today we're going to be reviewing this cigar right here. It's a box press. You can see it's a torpedo, 6 5/8 inches long by 52 ring gauge, and the ring gauge is the girth of the cigar. So you see a really rich wrapper on this, reddish brown wrapper. You got this cigar. The wrapper's from Honduras, the binder's from Nicaragua, and then the filler is both Honduran and Nicaragua. It's called a Corojo wrapper. And the founder of Alec Bradley Cigars, his name is Alan Rubin. He happens to be from my hometown here in Weston, Florida. And one of the places that I frequent is called Smoke on the Water. It's a local cigar bar here in Weston. And that's where I picked this cigar up today. And I'll put the link to both Alec Bradley's website and Smoke on the Water in Weston, which is called www.cigarbarweston. So again, this cigar is a box pressed. It's going to have coffee and pepper flavors. This particular line, this Prensado line, which features several different cigar sizes, has received one of the highest awards in Cigar Aficionado magazine. I believe it was a 96. Again, it's a full-bodied smoke, so today I'm probably going to pair this, being that it's a full-bodied smoke and I just had a nice heavy dinner. This is an excellent follow-up to a nice steak dinner, and I'm going to put a single malt scotch with this also. So join me when we come back, and we'll get this cigar cut and lit, and we'll taste how it smokes tonight. Alright guys, we're back with our Alec Bradley Prensado box pressed torpedo cigar. And what we're going to do is, with any good cigar, you want to make sure you've invested in a good cutter. Okay? This particular cigar we're going to cut with a double blade cutter that I've had now for about 15 years by Zeno. There's also a lot of cheap cutters you'll see on the market, like a guillotine that's like one blade. You got to be careful with some of these because they may, if you cut your cigar wrong, you could tear your wrapper up pretty good. And if you're going to spend 10 or 12 bucks on a really good cigar, you want to make sure you have a decent cutter to cut it. So the first thing we're going to do is cut it. The next thing we're going to do is light it. I usually like to light my cigars with a wooden match, but being that we're outside today doing the review, the wooden matches may not stay lit good enough to light the cigar. So I brought my Colibri lighter. It's like a torch lighter, which should light the cigar pretty good. And I've brought also my favorite scotch, Cragganmore single malt, which this is not a scotch review, but if you're going to drink something with a full-bodied cigar, a single malt scotch is really good. And tonight that's what I'm going to pair up with this cigar. So let's just pour a little bit of scotch. Not that I drink every night, but when I have a good cigar, I like a little bit of scotch to go with it. So we'll get that poured. We could already smell the aromas of the scotch. So let's cut our cigar. Now this is a torpedo, so it doesn't have a flat tip. You don't want to cut too little and you don't want to cut too much, but you want to cut enough so when you pull the smoke out of the cigar, you get a good amount of smoke. So here you get a good shot of that. That's about how much I'm going to cut tonight. And there it goes. The tip is off, and there's my cut. Nice and even. The wrapper's cut right through with the double-edged cutter. And this cigar is now ready to light. So what we'll do, we're going to try a match. What you try to do when you light a cigar, you don't want to hold a cigar down like this and light it, you want the cigar level. You want the cigar level, and you want the flame to dance to the cigar, to dance up around the edges of the cigar, and then slowly rotate the cigar. Now I think I'm going to switch to the torch lighter because it's a little too windy out here, and we might not get the cigar lit right. So, I have a good Colibri torch lighter that's good outside in the wind, you see, and we're going to light the cigar with that. So we'll hold the cigar level, I'll bring the flame right under the tip of the cigar, Alright, I moved inside. I want to use a match, and I want to show, because most people are going to use a match to light the cigar. So, take your match. Again, notice this is not lit yet, so I need another match. That's okay. Take your time when you're lighting your cigar. I like to blow on the tip to make sure everything is burning even. We still have a small area here we need to light. Right here. There we go. Let's go back outside and see how this tastes along with our scotch. Alright guys, we're in my favorite spot, in front of my house, in my favorite chair, with my favorite cigar, the Alec Bradley Prensado line Torpedo. It's fully lit, full-bodied cigar, yet not overpowering, pairs up well with a single malt scotch. Good amount of smoke with each draw. The cigar burns nice and even. It's got a great taste. It gets better as it gets, the farther it gets down, the better it gets. And so what I do is I sit back and enjoy it, enjoy some good conversation, or just sitting by myself tonight, enjoying this great cigar from a great cigar manufacturer. Get yours today, Alec Bradley. Great line of cigars. This is the Prensado line. Highly recommended, and I agree with all the great reviews that it's received. Join us back for another review. If you have a cigar you'd like me to review, let me know.